Welcome to another edition of Jacket Pride TV. We're joined each week by Coach Mark Mitchell. Coach, good to see you.
Good, glad to be here.
And this week we're going to talk a little bit about last week's game against Addison and preview our game against Curry. And talk about some JV football. JV's having a lot of success.
Yeah, very good football season.
So let's talk first about the game against Addison. Tough loss last week. And so as you move into this week, you know, it's an opportunity to learn. So how have the kids responded at practice this week, and what are some things you've been helping them work on?
Well, like I've said every week on the TV show, we've had a good week of practice so far. We'll have another practice in the morning. This is a great group of kids. I've been trying to tell everybody they're a special bunch. They're very resilient. They play hard. They play together. Come in Monday, got back to work, trying to fix the things that we messed up on Friday night. With the game with Addison we played, I told everybody here last week how good a football team we were going to play and what it was going to take for us to beat them. And we played at times really good, and then we shot ourselves in the foot. And then sometimes they executed better than we did, which is a sign of a good football team on their part. I won't take nothing away from them. They did a really good job. I like how our kids fought through the whole football game, trying to show people, hey, just how good we are. Sometimes when things are not going your way, you have a tendency to let down. Our kids do not do that. We play from the opening whistle to the last whistle. And I'm very excited about having another challenge this week of going to Curry and playing them. And so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think you're right about the energy. Players always played hard each play. It was a great stadium atmosphere too. Thought the fans turned out well and had a packed house as you would expect with the Addison ball game. So we've got some highlights from last week's game. We appreciate Bradley Cummins making these available to us. So we'll break down for those highlights. Coach, let's talk a little bit about the JV football program. Had a big win over the Hamilton Aggies. Where I'm from, anytime you see Hamilton get hammered, I'm okay with that. And so, but in all seriousness, they played really well. Had a big win. Talk a little bit about the JV football this Monday night.
Well, you had interviewed Landon, and I was talking to him a while ago how big a difference it was for them to play here in the 7th grade and the 8th grade. It makes a huge difference when they play the junior high up with us, the 7th grade, and then it makes the 8th grade year so much easier for us. And we were talking with Landon, he's going to have 6 years in our program running our defense and offense for 6 years, and they do a really good job at it now. I'm excited to see how it's going to look in their 10th, 11th, and 12th grade years when they get up. But our junior high is a good team. There's no one superstar here or there, but it's 11 guys playing together for each other and doing what they're asked to do week in and week out. They have very good practices. They get after one another. They talk to one another. They communicate with one another. It's an overall, when you watch them, you're going to see a good bunch of kids play together, play hard, and execute the things that Coach Moody and them are trying to get them to do. So we've been very pleased with them so far. Big win over Hamilton Monday night. We go to Addison this week and play them again. Anytime you go to Addison, they're always a good, tough, hard-nosed football team. So it'll take the best our junior high's got coming up Monday to play them. And we also have a B team game Monday too, also at Addison.
Yeah, and they're playing quality opponents. We rib about rivals and things like that, but Hamilton's always a great football team. And always a very tough opponent to play and to come out with a big win and step up out of a couple of classifications for us. So
when you get an opportunity to play up in classification, sometimes you need to do that, just kind of test and see where your program's at. And then you just touched on it. The history of Hamilton is very rich tradition in football. Always. And so anytime you can play somebody like that, and you play your best and you can beat them, that bodes well for our kids.
I think so. And, we're glad they're having a great success. They're undefeated this year. And as Coach said, they play Addison on Monday at kickoff at 5 p.m. B team game will follow. We have some highlights available for you of the win against Hamilton. And so we'll break now for those. This week, Winston County steps out of region play and up in classification and takes on the Curry Yellow Jackets. Coach, talk a little bit about this good football team. They coming off a tough loss against Fayette County. Fayette's always tough, a tough opponent to play. But tell us a little bit about what you've seen so far from the Curry Yellow Jackets.
Well, I've been impressed with the size. I think they have very good size and speed. Anytime you go up a couple of classifications, it's going to be a hard-nosed football game for us to have to go to Curry and win. I've never played Curry or been there, but I'm sure it'll be a difficult place to go place, and we'll have to go play our best football game to beat them. I've been really impressed with how hard they've played in all the games they've played. They played two very good opponents that we saw on film, which was Fayette County and Hamilton, which is two of the better teams that you're going to see in 4A year in and year out. So I'm sure that the coaches at Curry will have them prepared and have them playing well. Yeah. And then we'll just have to come in and we'll have to play our game, and then we'll see what shakes it in.
Absolutely. So we're looking forward to seeing you play this week. Tickets will be available online. In Walker County, the stadiums will be at 60% capacity. So they've asked people to go online and purchase those tickets. You can contact the office here at Winston County High School, and they will give you the information regarding that. Not to look forward, Coach, but I want to talk a minute about midfield. We've had some news come up the last couple of days about that ball game next week. That game is canceled. Am I understand that correct?
Yes. Midfield has had some unfortunate bouts with the coronavirus, and they decided it was best for them to not play any further in the season, and so they canceled the rest of their games. Okay. And so we will not play at home next week or have homecoming next week. We're going to move homecoming to the week of Cold Springs. Okay. And we will just have the regular homecoming and stuff and festivities and all those things with that week. So after we play Curry, we will not have another game until we go to Sulligent. So we will be off next week. Yep. That will count as a region win for us. And anytime we can get a win, it don't matter how it is. We're thankful to get it, and right. That puts us 2-1 in the region, and win a couple more games to control our own destiny still, and go into the playoffs and where we play at home or on the road.
Yeah, and this is part of the COVID thing. The Alabama High School Athletic Association put out that so far they've played 92% of total football games. I thought that was a great number, given the situation, and things like this are going to happen.
Well, I think it's a testament to just like our kids and our coaches, when we got the guidelines of what we needed to do, and we told the kids, I said, look, if we'll follow these, we can play football. And that's what everybody else is doing too. Mm-hmm. You see our kids with a mask on in the locker room. They have masks on when they do this. Mask on during school. When we do all the things we have to do cleaning wise and sanitary stuff in here, our kids do exactly what we ask them to do. There's been no griping or growling. They want to play football just like everybody else does. Absolutely. And I think if we can get everybody else on board of wearing a mask and doing the cleaning and all those things, we can help fight this pandemic here and make things better for everybody else. Because I know a lot of people cut out on a Friday night, and that's how you kind of relieve all your tension during the week and all that, and you get to come and relax and yell for your team. Whether your team wins or loses, it's still great to get out. And especially in Alabama, go to a football game on Friday night. It's been a part of everybody's life here, and it's a big part of all ours here, and we're tickled to death that that high rate, and we hadn't had a problem with that yet. So I think we're in a pretty good position to finish out the year. And so our kids are very excited about it. We talked again today. We don't know what tomorrow holds, but let's enjoy today, and let's make sure we enjoy today and do the things we need to do today to get us ready for tomorrow. Yeah. So it's been really good.
Well, good. Coach, good luck this week against Curry. The Jackets will take on Curry this week away. Kickoff will be at 7 p.m. This week, we're privileged to have the opportunity to interview one of our JV football players. We have Landon Kelly with us today. Landon, it's good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
And glad you're able to join us for a little bit here on Jacket Pride TV. I want to talk a little bit about your football season. You guys are undefeated, beat Hamilton this week, 38-6. And so what do you think is some of the keys to your team success so far this year?
We just work good together as a team, and our alignment have been doing real good this year, blocking and just giving holes for the backs and protecting the QB for passes. And our defense has a ton of energy, and we just feed off that.
Oh yeah, that's great. I know a lot of times you or Chris Clemens or get loose in the secondary. You guys hit the sideline, you're gone. And so I had 1 touchdown this past week, and also played defense. So let me ask you this: you play linebacker on defense, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And so, which do you like playing, offense or defense more?
Defense probably.
Why do you like defense more?
Get that hit people.
Oh man.
It's overall more fun. You have a job to do every play. I mean, on offense you got to block, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
You like to hit people, like the contact. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like calling y'all's name out too when you make good plays. You're playing really, really well and having a great season so far. So let's get you one non-football question. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So when you're not playing football and you're not at school, virtual Wednesdays or whatever it is you're doing, what do you like to do to kind of chill out a little bit?
Just hang out with my friends at my house, go outside, throw football, play cornhole, something like that.
Yeah, just kind of hang out. Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, Landon, it's good to see you, man. Thank you for being here with us this week. And you guys have a game away, I believe, at Addison.
Yes, sir.
This Monday night. So let's support the JV football program. They're having an excellent season, all in the parts to players like here, Landon Kelly, having a great season. And we appreciate all the hard work that they and the coaches are putting into this football season. Each week we interview a varsity player. We have Kane Moon with us here this afternoon. Glad to have him joining us. Kane, good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Yeah, how did practice go this morning?
It went pretty good. It was real quick pace, upbeat.
Yeah, it feels like football weather.
Yeah, finally.
So finally, after it being 90 plus degrees, every practice. So let's talk a little bit about you and your role this year. You're playing offense and defense. You scored several touchdowns on offense, and I'll call your name out a lot on Friday night, and I like that. That's good. So let me ask you this: when it comes to playing, which would you rather play, offense or defense?
Definitely defense.
Definitely defense. Every person except one has said defense. Yeah. And so what's your favorite part about playing defense?
I just like to hit people.
Like to hit people. You play linebacker, so
yes,
you've got to like to hit people. Linebacker.
Yes,
so
it's the best part.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming off the edge and blitzing, and you've been in the backfield a lot this year.
Yes,
so playing really, really well.
Thank
and
you.
So last week had a tough ball game against Addison. And tell us a little bit about what you guys have learned. You guys have a lot of seniors this year. You're one of the leaders. So what are some things you learned coming off that game?
Really, we just got to do things better. Can't mess up as much. Got to get better at reads and got to stay upbeat. Can't let it bring us down.
Yeah, got to keep momentum going.
Yes, sir.
And keep that going because you guys as seniors, you're leading and you influence the whole team.
Exactly.
That's right. So that's good. So I'm glad you had a good week of practice, and it's a tough game last week, but you got to move on. You got Curry this week.
Yes, sir.
I know you guys have been watching film, running scout team, that kind of thing. So what are some things you see against Curry this week that you think will help you guys have success?
They're a really good football team. They have a bunch of size, but most of the plays they run, we've already went up against. So I think we have an advantage on them.
That's good. Well, I'm glad. So you guys have been studying and got kind of know where they're going to be coming from.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's good. So let's talk about one non-football question. So you're a senior. I'm not going to ask you where you're going to college. I know you get that a lot. But so when you're just kind of hanging out away from football, what's the thing you like to do?
Golf.
Golf. All right.
All the time.
So what do you shoot? What's your handicap?
8.
8?
Yes,
Good.
sir.
So almost a scratch golfer.
Almost. Close.
So you guys going to do golf this spring, right?
Yes,
golf
sir.
team this
Yes,
spring.
sir.
I know last year it got canceled because of all the stuff.
It did.
So are you looking forward to it?
Oh, yeah. Can't wait.
Yeah. So what course do you like to play around here the most?
Deer Run.
Deer Run. Oh, yeah. It's wide open, long stretch.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, man. Well, Kane, it's good to see you.
Good to see you,
Thank
too.
you for having us
Yes, sir.
and being with us and giving us the opportunity to talk to you. Kane and the Yellow Jackets will take on Curry this Friday night at Curry. Kickoff will be at 7 p.m.